Hey everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all well. Today I've decided to film a full face of first impressions. I was kind of in between a few different videos. Firstly, I was thinking about filming a comparison of the Makeup Revolution concealer and the Tarte Shape Tape one, and I put a poll up on Instagram actually to see would you rather that or a full face of first impressions, and they literally got like 50-50 the two of them. So what I've decided to do is kind of merge the two videos together and do the full face of first impressions and use the Makeup Revolution concealer and chat about how I feel it is different to the Tarte Shape Tape. So yeah, I just thought that was the best way to go about it. And yeah, basically I had a big makeup clear out the other night and I came across so many products that I had not even opened or used or anything, so I just thought it'd be a good opportunity to try out some new things and show you as well at the same time. So yeah, without further ado, let's jump right into the video. So I'm going to be starting off with this Stila One Step Prime. So I always use the One Step Correct. I think there's like 3 altogether. I'm not sure what the other one's called again, but yeah, I always use the One Step Correct, and I've had this one as well for ages. I got them at the same time, but I never used this one. It says this one is more of an all-in-one lightweight serum, and it instantly preps, primes and smooths and moisturizes. So yeah, it seems more like a moisturizing one, whereas the other one is more of a color corrector. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a go anyway. My skin's very dry at the moment because the weather is so cold here. So I definitely think it's suitable for my skin right now. It feels quite nice and light anyway, like it doesn't feel uncomfortable and heavy just yet. Quite similar to the One Step Correct really. The next thing I'm going to be using for the first time are these L'Oreal Lumi Glow Boosting Drops. So basically I think they're just kind of similar to my Cover FX drops, kind of like a liquid highlighter basically. So yeah, I'm going for quite a glowy look today, and I just got these yesterday. Erica sent them and she gave them to me, so I said I'd try them out. I'm actually going to just drop some of this onto my hand now and I'm going to apply it with a brush. This is one of my main tricks for creating that glowy look that I'm trying to create. So I'm just going to pop them all over using a foundation brush. This is just my Powder and Pout P230. They're actually pretty subtle. I think I might apply a small bit more. My Cover FX ones are a lot more pigmented than these. When I put that on, like, it seriously comes out in my skin and makes me look super bronzed and like metallic almost. But this is kind of just blending into my skin. I'm going to leave that there now, and I'm going to go with my foundation. So with my foundation that I'm using, I'm lying slightly. I have used it once already, but I was really rushing. The day I went to the Maybelline Masterclass and I literally put it on in like 2 minutes, but so many people admired my makeup that day and I really liked it as well. So I want to give it another go and like really kind of study it when I'm putting it on. So yes, it is the NARS Natural Radiant and Longwear Foundation. I actually still have it in its box. You'll have seen it in one of my last makeup hauls. Everyone and their mother has been raving on about this foundation. It's NARS's newest foundation, and yeah, it was really nice to wear that day, but as I said, had to rush. So I'm looking forward to kind of giving a proper rundown on it today. So yeah, it's kind of my second impression, I guess. So far I found out that the coverage was really good and it was kind of like a natural dewy. It wasn't matte at all. So yeah, I just pumped some onto my hand there, and I'm going to actually apply it with this brush also. And yeah, I'm going to really study it this time when I'm putting it on. It felt like a little bit too dewy on me that day. So now I kind of know that I need to powder it a bit more this time. I probably should have used a matte primer as well, but I didn't have any one of those that I hadn't used already. But no, powder should be fine. It wasn't like crazy glowy, but I just want to see it again today how it applies, because that day I was literally running out the door. So far so good anyway. You can see that the coverage is super good, like it literally covers straight away. I'm using it in the shade Mont Blanc as well, in case you're wondering. It's light too. I think it's the second lightest one. It's actually a little bit light for me, I think, but it's not too light, I don't think. Once I bronze it up a bit, it's fine. I always do that though. I get like the lightest shade because I'm afraid that it's going to be too dark and then it ends up being too light. I did it with the Huda Beauty one as well. That was way too light for me, and like I usually am the lightest shade, but no, that one was super light. But yeah guys, I really like this. It's actually fab. It gives such a nice finish. It just feels very fresh but still like lots of coverage, and it gives me a very kind of smooth finish as well. It reminds me a little bit of my Dior foundation, but a more dewy finish. That one's more matte. But yeah, I'm glad I purchased that now. I really like the finish on that. It looks a bit pale now, but once I bronze up I think it'll be okay. Next up for concealer, I'm going to be going in with my Makeup Revolution one. As I mentioned in the title, I wanted to try this out and kind of see how it compared to my Shape Tape one. So I'm going to be using this today as a first impression. I haven't used this yet. I've only swatched it on my arm to see the coverage. So yeah, I'm going to put it on now and I'm going to tell you, you know, how I feel it differs from the Shape Tape, because I've been using the Shape Tape for months now, so I know it pretty well, so I think I'll be able to have a good idea. Straight off the bat, it's so like it, like when you take it out, like the applicator is the exact same, even the shape of the bottle is very similar. I think there's around the same amount in there as well, and like the texture of the product seems very similar. Let's see how it applies. So I'm just going to put it right in underneath my eye. Okay, it feels a little bit thinner than the Shape Tape when you put it on, definitely. Coverage is similar, but it just feels thinner and kind of more watery. I'm going to take my Powder and Pout P010 brush just to work that in under the eye. I'm not sure how this is going to dry, like if it dries really quick. So I'm going to do this area before going on to the rest of the face. And okay, it's applying nicely. Yeah, it's definitely thinner and it doesn't feel as kind of heavy on the skin. The Shape Tape is a super full coverage, so you can definitely feel it. Well, not uncomfortably, but you can feel it. This one, not so much. Is the coverage as good? I'm not sure. It seems pretty good, but it's definitely thinner. It's applying quite nicely, though. I like this colour. I got the colour C1 in case you're wondering, the lightest one. In concealer, I always get the lightest one. I just think that for my skin tone, I usually need that one if I want to highlight with it. Okay, I really like that, guys. It's really nice. Like, considering it's $20 cheaper, it's really, really nice. I'm going to try it on the nose now, and I'm going to set my eyelids with it. Okay, straight off the bat, do I think it's a good dupe for Shape Tape? Yes, I definitely do. For $20 cheaper, I think it's pretty similar. I don't know, would it be a little bit more prone to creasing underneath my eye area here and kind of letting redness come through? But I do think it's very nice, and the coverage is quite good for that price. But do I think I'm going to still buy Shape Tape? Probably. But I will give it a chance now and I'll report back. But straight away, I do think it's a very good concealer and I'm glad I got it. For powder, I'm going to be going with this L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. This is another thing that I've had in my drawer for ages and ages, and I said I'd just give it a go tonight. I've never used a L'Oreal powder before, I don't think, so I'm going to try this out. It looks quite nice, and I'm just using Powder and Pout P120 brush. As I said, this foundation is quite dewy, so it's important that I powder it so I don't get all oily and sweaty looking. So I'm just working that all over the skin. Usually I would only powder in certain areas, but I think it's best that I do the whole skin tonight. This is actually quite nice. Has a little bit of glow to it and doesn't really feel that heavy. It's kind of sitting onto the foundation quite nicely. I like the finish that has given me now. Not too powdery, but kind of takes away from the shiny look. And I have it in the shade 22 Creamy Natural. It comes with a little space for a sponge at the bottom here and a mirror. How handy. That's actually very good packaging. Next, for bronzer, I'm going in with a very exciting product, something that I think absolutely everyone has except me up until today, and it's the Hoola Benefit Bronzer. I actually only bought this today, would you believe? I got the mini version at the till because I went in to exchange a lip gloss into Sephora, and I just saw this when I was about to pay, so I was like, you know what, I'll grab that too. And yeah, everyone seems to love this, so I'm excited. So I'm going to be using that, and I'm going to be using my MAC 140S brush. Oh, whoa, that's very pigmented. I picked up a lot of product there. So yeah, I'm going to try that out, just a kind of bronzy contour. It's a really nice warm colour apparently. Oh, it is lovely. I like that. It's not too dark as well, so it's kind of good for my skin tone. A lot of beauty bloggers that I follow use it and love it, so it was about time I picked it up. Next up, and sticking with Benefit, I'm actually going to be using the Precisely My Brow Pencil to do my brows. This is another thing that has been sitting in my drawer for about a year, I'd say. I've used a lot of the other Benefit brow products, like the gel and the brow mascara and the other pencil. Wasn't mad about the gel and the other pencil, but I really like the brow mascara, so I said I'd give this a go today. I don't know why it's taking me so long. So it just comes with a spoolie on one side and more of a thin pencil on the other. So I'm just going to brush up my brows first, as always. I'm going to start filling them in. I personally prefer using a gel to a pencil, so I guess that's why I don't really go for them all that much. I love the L'Oreal one, alright. I didn't like the other one because it was a bit big, I think. But I like this actually, and the colour is quite good. I'm using 5, I think it is. Yeah, 5. I actually really like this. Oh my god, why is it taking me so long to use it? I really like that. It's worked out quite well for my brows. Okay, I just finished up the other brow now and I cleaned them both up with some of the Makeup Revolution concealer, and I must say I am liking that. I actually found that it did take me a little bit longer to use that. I think it's just because I'm not used to using it, but yeah, it is good. It is a very good product and I like the colour. Yeah, I definitely think I'll be reaching for that again. Next I'm going to be going in with a lip because, you know, I hate having this bareness without a lip. So I'm going to be going in with this Maybelline one. This is called Driver. I got it in the goodie bag at the masterclass last week. You'll have seen it in one of my previous videos, and yeah, it looks like a nice kind of brownie nude, so I'm going to go straight in with that. Oh, it's quite nice. It's very brown actually. It's like a warm brown. It feels kind of glossy actually when you put it on. It doesn't feel matte straight away. But I actually really like this, guys. It's like a very nude colour, but it still has a bit of depth to it, which is so important if you have paler skin like me. So I really like this, and it actually feels so comfortable on it. It feels kind of like glossy. It doesn't feel like drying and matte straight away, but obviously I'll have to wear it for a little bit longer to see, but straight away it feels nice and I definitely like the colour. And I'm actually going to be going over that as well with the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip gloss in Butterscotch. If you follow me for a while now, you'll know that I have the lip gloss in Undressed and I'm obsessed with it. So I went into Sephora today and I bought this one as well because my Undressed is nearly gone, and I said I'd try a new colour, so I'm going to pop that over it as well, just in the middle. It's a little bit more pinky than I hoped. This was like the next colour I wanted to try after Undressed, but I think I prefer Undressed. This is nice too though. I'm glad I have this. It's a little bit more pinky. Undressed is very nude, but I think this will be nice now coming into spring. It's very kind of girly and florally. Yeah, I just love these lip glosses. They do go all over your teeth. Be aware of that, but they stay on so well. For blush, I'm going to be trying out this Bobbi Brown one, which I have in my drawer for about 6 months now, I'd say, and I still have not got around to using it. It was actually sent to Erica. It's brand new and she gave it to me because she didn't want it, and it's called the Illuminating Bronzing Powder in Santa Barbara. So it's like a really pinky tone, as you can see there. So I'm just going to pop that on using my Real Techniques blusher brush. Not going to pop too much on because it looks really pink. Oh, that's lovely. Really fresh looking. It has kind of like a gold glitter going through it, I think. It's a little bit pink for me, but it is nice. I'll be honest, I don't know if I'd reach for it as much as my peachy ones because I am more of a peachy gal, but I do like it. I like the glow going through it. For eyes, I'm going to be trying out this Maybelline 24K Nudes palette that we got at the Maybelline Masterclass as well. As I said in one of my last videos, I don't have many drugstore eyeshadow palettes, so I was kind of dying to try this out and see was it any good and see what the colour payoff was like. So yeah, they're the colours. As it says, it's a very nudie kind of neutral palette with a pop of purple here, and there's some nice goldy and champagne tones, which I love. So yeah, I'm excited to use this and see how it looks. I'm going for a very neutral kind of eye today, a very glowy kind of bronze, natural, fresh look. So the first colour I'm going to go in with is this one here in the right bottom corner. I'm just going to use that as my transition colour and put that all over the lid. Okay, it's coming out quite nice. It's a light colour, so it's hard to judge this colour payoff, but it seems to be blending quite nice. I'm just using a blank canvas brush as well. It's the E25 brush, and I'm just blending that all over into the socket. Okay, that came out okay. It is a very light colour, so it's hard to judge that one, so maybe I'll be able to judge better with the next one. And that is going to be this brown one right here on the top row, and I'm going to go in with another MAC brush as well. This is a 234, and I'm just going to work that into the crease and see how that works out. Okay, this definitely has a bit more colour payoff. Okay, I'm actually really liking this palette. I think the colour payoff is quite good. Like with those dark colours, you know, they're a good way to tell if the colours are actually working out and blending nicely, because usually they're like the hardest ones to blend, and that has blended quite nicely. It's taken a bit of work, but it has blended. So far the only thing I don't like about the palette is that it's kind of missing like a matte colour in between that dark brown and that very light one that I used. I need like something in the middle as like a transition and kind of like to blend out the other colours. But so far, no, I do really like it. I'm just going to use this dark colour and kind of blend it as much as I can to give me that fade going up towards the brow. Next, I'm just going to grab a flat brush and go in with this champagne colour at the top here. It's at the very corner, and I'm going to put that all over my lid. I'm excited to see if this is pigmented and if it'll look nice and metallic and shiny. Okay, not bad. It's actually such a lovely colour as well. Really nice. That reminds me of MAC All That Glitters. And the next thing I'm going to do now is go with this light shimmery colour here and just bring that under my brow and in the inner corner again, and just to brighten everything up and make it extra glowy. I'm going to use the same brush. So I'm just going to pop that right underneath the brow. It's actually a very good palette, guys. This goes on really nicely as well. I'm definitely impressed. I also just brought everything underneath as well. Forgot to mention that. Okay, overall I do think that's very good. So yeah, thumbs up for this. If you're on a budget and you're looking for a new palette, something that you could use going to work and going out, I think this would be very, very good. As I said, the only thing I was missing from it was like a kind of matte colour in between those two, the dark brown and the light brown, but otherwise I really, really like it. The next thing I want to try out is this Marc Jacobs pencil. I got a bunch of these last year from Erica. She got sent loads, so she kind of gave some to all the family, and I took this brown one and I haven't got around to trying it since. I don't know why, but I'm going to try this underneath my lash line just to darken things up a bit. I'm just going to pop that right underneath, and I'm going to put a little bit on top too. I'm just going to buff that out using a Powder and Pout P325 brush. Okay, it's blending nicely anyway. It's not a super dark brown, so it's not going to be very dramatic once I blend it out, but it'll just add a little bit of depth, especially underneath. I'm really loving pencils at the moment, like those soft kohl pencils. So yeah, I must definitely try out the other colours as well that she gave me, but I really like that. I'm annoyed that I haven't used that so far. The next thing I want to try is this Urban Decay Liquid Moon Dust eyeshadow. So it's a liquid eyeshadow, and I got this recently in Sephora. You would have seen it in my haul if you watched that. And yeah, I haven't tried it yet because I haven't had the occasion to, but it's Saturday night and we'll probably go for maybe a drink later, so I might just add a little bit of this to where I put the lighter champagne colour, just to jazz it up a little bit. Now, not too much because these things can look very dramatic, so I'm just going to add a tiny bit and see how it goes. I've only swatched this on my hand so far. It's kind of like a silvery gold colour. It just looked really nice. I love my Stila liquid eyeshadow, so I wanted to try some more. So yeah, I'm going to give this a go. Just going to pop it in the inner corner, kind of just very lightly over the light colour. So far I really like the colour anyway, it's gorgeous. I don't want it to be too dramatic, so I'm just going to spread it out with my brush. Okay, I'm really liking this colour anyway. The formula did dry quite quick, so you have to be careful of that if you want to blend it out. It's kind of harder to blend it out on this side because I put it there first, but it blends out fine once it's a little bit wet. And yeah, it does seem a little bit thinner, the formula, than the Stila ones. Like it would separate a little bit easier. But I do really like the colour, and it's very shiny and glittery. I definitely want to try with more of a dramatic look when I'm putting it like all over the lid, and see how that looks. But it's nice for this kind of look anyway. That is in the colour Kim Trail as well, in case you're wondering. Next I'm going to add some liner, and I'm going to be using this super liner Superstar from L'Oreal. This is another thing that I had collected and not used yet, and it was in my kind of eye makeup to use bag. So I'm going to try this out tonight. It's a pin and it looks fairly easy to use. It has like a nice thin top to it. I'm just going to pop that straight on and see what it's like. Okay, it's nice and black anyway. It looks like it has a good colour payoff. And it's going on quite nicely. It's like nice and full coverage, which I love in a liner. And so far I really like the applicator. It's nice and thin, very easy to use. I'm not going to do a wing with this look because it's not the kind of look I'm going for, but that went on so easily, so easy to use. Really black, nice applicator. Definitely liking this so far. Okay guys, I'm so impressed by that liner. I just applied it to the other eye as well, and I applied some of this dark kind of black eyeshadow from the palette over it just to smudge it out because I didn't want to do a wing, and I put some underneath as well. Also so impressed by this colour. Cannot believe how pigmented it is for a dark colour like that. It came out like black and blended really nicely. Another reason why I'm impressed by this palette. And yeah, huge thumbs up for that liner. Really like it. I'll definitely be using it again. And now I'm going to go in with mascara to finish it off, and I'm going to be using this Babe Lash one. I've had this for a while as well, and I actually used the serum for ages, but I never tried the mascara, so I'll give it a go. I liked the serum. I used that for a while after I had eyelash extensions last year, and they kind of pulled them all out, and I found that that helped my eyelashes grow back, so hopefully the mascara will be good too. So I'm just going to pop that right on. Okay, it's kind of lengthening my lashes straight away anyway. And I like the brush. Like, I hate when brushes are too skinny. I like when they have a little bit of thickness to them. Definitely lifting the lash and lengthening it. I'm not so sure about volume yet. Okay, I really like this as well, guys. All these products are going very well tonight, thank God. I was kind of worried about some things. It's hard enough to do tutorials on YouTube, never mind doing it with products that don't work, so I'm glad everything's going to plan. This is actually really good. I am building it up quite a bit now, but I always do that. I like to build up mascara and get the most out of it. Yeah, I definitely give that a thumbs up as well. It's called the Babe Lash Volumizing Mascara. It looks like this. It's just a black skinny tube, and as you can see, it really built up my lashes and gave them a good bit of thickness actually towards the end. I put about 3 coats on, I'd say, altogether. But yeah, very impressed by that too. And lastly, I'm going to finish off with highlighter, and although I don't have any highlighters that I actually haven't used yet, my glow kit from Anastasia is pretty new, and I actually haven't used this shade at the bottom here. I think it's called Tourmaline, so I haven't used that yet, so I'm going to use that. I've used Moonstone and Summer, I've mixed them together, so I'm going to try this out tonight and see how that looks. And I'm going to be using my MAC, what is this, the 133 brush. So I'm going to pop that on. Oh, that's nicer than the ones I've been using. It's a little bit darker than the ones I've been using, but it actually has a much better colour payoff, because I'm not gonna lie, so far I've been a little on the fence about this palette. I kind of expected more from it, but that's actually really nice. I didn't even wet the brush there. I just found that these two, like, they were lovely, don't get me wrong, like you get a really nice highlight off them, but that one definitely like showed quicker. Really like that. Pop a bit on my nose and see how it looks there. I love a good highlighter. That's actually fab. I think that's my favourite out of the whole palette. Even though I haven't tried the bronze one yet, but that's going to have to wait till I'm super tan. And that is my finished look, guys. I actually really enjoyed filming this and going through all those products and trying them out for the first time, and I hope maybe you got some recommendations. I think my favourite out of everything I used was the Maybelline palette. This just really kind of exceeded my expectations. I wasn't expecting much from it, and it definitely delivered. So yeah, I would definitely recommend picking that up. And I think my least favourite, even though it is only a first impression and I do have to try it again, but probably the L'Oreal Lumi Glow Boosting Drops. I just wasn't like blown away by them, but I will try them again and hopefully they'll change my mind. And yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this video and seeing me try all these products for the first time. Definitely let me know if you'd like this to be more regular on my channel. It's my first time doing it, and yeah, I would definitely like to do it again, so let me know in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe if you'd like to see more, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!